Alright, welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. So we're just loading up the game from where it prompted us to save. So thus they left for the Phoenix Wings to recover from the exhaustion that had built up over the past few days. Thanks to the manager's kindness, they had the building largely to themselves. So they enjoyed a relaxing dinner and soak in the springs. And after agreeing that they would discuss what to do next the following afternoon, they returned to their rooms to sleep. It's so peaceful tonight. Everyone's probably fast asleep by now. We might have spent our time apart in different ways, all with different things on our minds. But now we're finally back together as a class. It wasn't easy getting this far, but we have one less thing to worry about now. And I owe it all to Elise's support and encouragement. It's thanks to her that I've been able to make it this far. Hang in there, Elise. I'll bring you and Princess Alphen back safely, I promise. And when I do, I'll be sure to thank you again for giving me all that I needed to come as far as I have. We still have to sit down and discuss what we're going to do from here on out, too. Can we even figure something like that out by tomorrow? I've got to bring at least some ideas to the table, but what? I'm happy we're together again, but we've got a lot to decide about our future, and it's something we need to decide as a team. Everyone's had their own challenges to face and problems to conquer, but each of them faced what they were given head on. We ended up apart, but no one lost hope. Instead, everyone tried to make the best out of the circumstances they were dealt. Thinking back on our reunions, I think the one who left the strongest impression was... Huh. Who left the strongest impression? I'm gonna go with Toval. I think it would have to be Toval. Elise and Princess Alphen wouldn't have made it to Ymir to begin with if Prince Olivert hadn't asked him to help. And then he saved me from danger at the last moment when I encountered that magic knight in the mountains too. I'm really fortunate to have someone like him watching my back, especially when I'm sure he's busy with bracer business. I wish I could be like him. I wish I could be that strong.
Hey there. How's the water?
Toval? I'm surprised you're still awake. Ah, come on, I'm still young. You'd think I'd hit the hay this early? Mind if I join you? No, not at all. Go right ahead. Maybe I should have picked Laura. Ah, you really can't beat the hot springs out of Ymir. I used them a few times since coming here, but it never gets old. Sounds like I picked the best season to be here, too. You did, actually. Winter's my favorite season to use the springs, too. You really must like coming in here, though. Considering that we've already been in here once today, but I guess I can't really talk either, can I? No, you sure can't. And I could get used to this, alright. Oh, yeah. Kind of overdue, but maybe a little out of nowhere, but congrats on making it this far and doing what you set out to do. A little out of nowhere is right. What brought this on? Oh, you've been through a hell of a ride since everything went back in Trista, but you've gotten through it all just fine. Not only that, you managed to get all of your old classmates and Sarah back together again. That wouldn't have happened if not for you. I think you're giving me too much credit. It was only thanks to everyone's support, yours included, that I was able to do anything at all. Don't think I did all that much personally. And hey, I give credit where credit is due. Class 7's only how it is because you're at its center, and that's a fact. Everyone believed that you'd rise up and fight, and they still believe it now. That's why they're here. So as someone who's been watching over you for a while now, I think you deserve a pat on the back for all you've done. I... Huh, what? Did I overdo it? Well, I don't sweat too much if it bothers you, I guess. No, I wasn't laughing at you. It's just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It's just made me realize all over again how blind I've been this whole time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself. Gotcha. Well, then make sure you don't forget it. And the friendships you've made aren't the kind that can be broken easily. That goes without saying between us, too, I'll have you know. Don't worry, I won't forget. And now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the Academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. Both for ourselves and for the people who have supported us in getting this far. That's what I like to hear. I've got your back all the way, Reen. We really should have brought Laura. Oh well. Okay, our meeting in the Phoenix Wings cafeteria isn't until this afternoon, which means I got plenty of time to figure out what we can do beforehand. Maybe it'll help to ask others about what's on their minds too. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Bonding points. This time Laura, Emma, Eustace, and Sarah have two bonding events each that can be viewed instead of one. Laura, Emma, Eustace, Sarah. Talking to one of these characters after viewing the first bonding event will allow you to view their second. Holy crapperoony. Alright, so who are we going to do? Alright, we're definitely going to do Laura. We'll do a Laura, we'll do an Emma. We'll do a Sharon. Could start with... We have 7 bonding points? What? Alright, then we've got a lot more choices to do. Let's start with Elisa then, since we're already here. What are you doing in here, Elisa? Your mother told me I could find some tools in here, so here I am. I need them for the work I'm going to be doing on the Orbital bike. Wait, you know how the bike works well enough to do that? Well, an engine's an engine, right? I should be able to tinker with it. After all, Angelica's done for us. I at least want to make sure she gets her precious bike back in top condition. Might be nice if I gave her a hand. Need a hand there? Sounds like a 2-person job to me, and I'd feel bad making you do all the work when Angelica left it in my care. I figured you'd say that. It'll probably go more smoothly with an extra pair of hands, so sure. Alright, that's everything around the orbital engine taken care of. I could probably do with being taken for a test ride at some point, though. Oh, I should oil the moving parts too. Man, you really are amazing. I knew you were good with orbital technology and all, but I didn't expect you to be able to perform maintenance this well. All of this is just a stopgap, really. I had a few chances to look at it back at the academy too, so I have a vague idea of what needs doing, but that's all. Doesn't make you any less amazing in my eyes. When in Nord, you worked out what was wrong with that truck and even knew the model of that mortar we found. At first I thought it was just because you're part of the Reinford family, but I feel like that's underselling you now. You must have studied like crazy to know so much. Well, I did spend a lot of time studying orbital technology even before enrolling in the academy. I used my family name however I could in order to visit RF factories and attend lectures at the Institute of Technology. I'm more than confident I made the most of every chance I had to study and broaden my knowledge of the field. I have a feeling I know why you did all that too. Was it to rebel against your mother? Well, I can't deny it. Not to beat a dead horse, but it felt like Mother just stopped caring about us after my father passed away. I mean, she'd stolen the company from Grandfather and everything. How could you do that to your own father? I suppose you could say all that studying was my way of trying to show her up at something, a little at least. I see. So, were you able to? Not in the slightest. Now that she's missing, this isn't the time to be thinking about my next act of rebellion either. And you know what? That's fine by me. I've made up my mind to focus on the future rather than the past for now. I've got to keep that promise I made to her in Ruhr after all. I'll be running the company before she knows it. I think she'd prefer it that way, honestly. Huh? Look at you. You were so engrossed in the bike that you didn't even notice all the snow building up on your head. Still, I think you found the right way to approach things. I'll have to pick up a few pointers from you. Can't let myself get too wrapped up in my past either. And that way, we'll both be able to find the best paths for each of us to take. I certainly hope so. Come on, don't cry. Here, this'll cheer you up. Is that a bunny made out of snow? Oh, look, you got loads of snow on your head too. Don't worry, you can follow me back to Ymir. So stay close, okay? Okay. Are you kidding me? What's wrong? I can't believe I forgot. Remember how I talked about coming here with my family as a kid? I ended up getting lost out on the mountain. But just when I started to think I'd be lost there forever, a boy appeared out of nowhere. And he led me all the way back to Ymir. That boy was you, I'm sure of it. That does ring a bell, actually. The year after that was when the whole thing with my power happened. So I kind of pushed everything else back to the back of my mind weird. We really did meet when we were kids. I was only joking about it before, but yeah, we really did. I'd forgotten about it too, probably because it was a scary memory for me. I don't blame you. Still, you don't get coincidences like this every day. I'd be embarrassed to try and attribute it to something like fate, though. Yeah, you're right. Maybe if we'd realized sooner, sure. But it makes me happy to know it was you all along. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. It's nothing at all. Anyway, let's finish up with the bike, shall we? Yeah, sure. So we worked together to finish the rest of the bike's maintenance, and the two of them feeling somewhat awkward around each other due to their recent discovery. And upon their completion, they went to return the tools to the Baron Schwarzer's study. That's that. I thought we had two for... No, not Elisa. Laura, Emma... Who were the other ones? It was Laura, Emma... No, we don't want to do Fee. Go away, Fee. But we do want to do Laura.
Even the air here feels clean. It's not hard to see why young Kafai is so fond of this village. I hope that I'll get the chance to bring Father and Klaus here one day.
We'd be happy to have them, and don't worry, I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances once the war's over.
I hope so. I suppose that's another reason for us to hasten its conclusion. But I'm still at a loss as to how, though. What should we do, I wonder?
She's definitely racking her brain over this. Maybe a break would do her good. Why don't we go somewhere and take a break? It's good to take a breather sometimes when you're stuck on a difficult problem.
That sounds reasonable. In that case, I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you escort me to your room?
What? Of course I would.
So this is your bedroom. The decor has something of an Eastern feel to it, fitting for a former student of young Kafai's. Is there anything here that's particularly representative of the 8 Leaves School?
I should have known. You caught me off guard when you asked to see my room, but it figures that's what you were interested in.
Why would you be surprised?
Oh, it's nothing. As for your question, I don't have all that much, I'm afraid. Wait, actually, I have some tea leaves Master Kafai gave to Dad a while back, I think. How about it? You up for having some green tea?
Really? I'd like that very much. This has quite the refined taste indeed. It isn't my first time tasting green tea. Monica let me sample the tea served at her class's tea house during the festival, but this seems to have more depth to its flavor and fragrance.
Master Kafai is a huge fan of this kind, apparently. He brought it back from the East himself. He's always bringing gifts whenever he comes to visit, so he's popular among the locals. Everyone here likes him.
Really now? I have yet to have the opportunity to meet him in person, but I can easily see why he and Father get along so well. Would you happen to know where he is now?
Nope, afraid not. The letter I received from him during our vacation here didn't specify. He's always been something of a vagrant. He wanders the continent throughout the year, stepping off wherever he pleases. So while I couldn't tell you where he is, I'm sure he's just fine.
I imagine so. If rumor is to be believed, he's as proficient with the blade as Father, if not more so.
Are you worried about your dad?
I am. I try to avoid admitting it publicly, but it's a fact. His skill is as immense as ever, but given the various new weapons that we've come into play during this war, along with other powerful warriors such as General Aurelia and that knight from Ouroboros.
Yeah, I can't blame you for being a little concerned under the circumstances. Still, all we can do in the meantime is keep going and do what we're able. So long as we keep that up, I'm sure we'll be reunited with them in due time.
Maybe. No, you're right. In a sense, this is but another trial we must overcome to reach greater heights.
Yeah, and I know we can overcome it so long as we're together. Aw, how cute. Alright, so now let's go... Oh, we have another one with her, but we need to math this out. We have another 5 points, so... We've done Elisa, we've done Laura. We want to do Sharon, so that'll put us at 4 more left. We'll have to redo Sharon. I want to do an Emma, so that leaves us with 3. And then we can do maybe Sarah? Okay, well, let's just do the ones we want to do for now. Let's go do Sharon. You over here? No. No, where the heck is she? Oh, she's in the shop factory, alright. Doing some shopping, Sharon?
That's right. Since you've all been gathering for a discussion in the Phoenix Wings, I thought I might be able to help out in the kitchen. I also thought I could prepare some food for your father, seeing as your mother has other business to attend to.
That's awfully generous of you, thanks.
With several Ouroboros members having recently revealed themselves to us, I can't help but assume they're up to something. I'd like you to know, Reen, that no matter what happens, my alliance will always lie with you and your classmates. Please ensure that whatever you decide on this afternoon is something you can do without regret.
Sharon, I swear we will. Glad to have your support.
Till the end of time.
It's great to know she's got our back, but she's still cooking for Dad. Maybe I can help her out with that? Well, even if you're looking out for us, that doesn't mean I can't help you with cooking for my dad. Might as well try to pay him back a little bit for all those years of love and devotion, right?
I'm sure your father would be overjoyed to hear you say that. As soon as I'm done with shopping, we can head over to the kitchen.
Together, Reen and Sharon walked to the mansion. After seeing that Reen's mother was out, they started making a hearty meal for his father. Oh, you're making Ymir-style borscht? Good idea, it's got plenty of vegetables and it should be great for warming him up to boot.
I couldn't agree more. All the protein in the meat I'll be using should help accelerate his recovery as well. Master Reen, could I trouble you to chop the vegetables? If you would, I'll set about preparing the meat and seasoning the soup.
Sure. It's times like these where she seems just like any other maid. Takes me back to watching her cook for us in the dorm. It's hard to believe she's actually an enforcer for Ouroboros sometimes. Ow.
Is something wrong? Heavens, you've sliced your finger.
Sorry, I should have been paying more attention. It didn't cut too deeply though, so it should be fine.
Oh no, that won't do at all. Would you hold still a moment, please? I'll stop the bleeding.
Sharon, what are you... This is so awkward.
There, that should do the trick.
Sharon, I'm not sure it's a good idea to start sucking on people's fingers out of the blue like that.
Any particular reason, I'll bring you a bandage, so please wait in the adjacent room.
She's messing with me again, isn't she?
There we are, all better. Please leave the rest of the work to me. You should give your finger time to heal.
You're probably right. I'm sorry that I couldn't be of more help.
You needn't be sorry, Master Reen. You made a valuable contribution as it was. It brought back memories of Lady Elisa's younger days too. Whenever she fell and scraped her knees, she would always come crying for me to come and help her.
How sweet. I can picture how embarrassed she'd be if she learned Sharon was telling people this. Come to think of it, you've been working for the Reinford family for a while now, haven't you?
7 years, in fact. It was shortly after Mr. Reinford's passing. I cannot begin to thank Madam Chairman Irina enough for giving me the chance she did. It was only thanks to her kindness that I was able to begin a new life under her employ.
Does that mean you'd never been a maid before she hired you then? What were you before? Oh.
As you no doubt suspect, I lived as an enforcer. A mission given to me by Ouroboros was what first led me to meet her. And she wasted no time in trying to hire me. I served in both capacities concurrently after that.
You won't find many executives who would knowingly hire an agent of Ouroboros. She never ceases to amaze, huh?
She certainly doesn't. Nonetheless, it was thanks to her that I was able to find a new path on my own. It's too late for me to turn back and change what's already been done, but she was willing to give me a different future.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. I was simply thinking out loud. Regardless of what happened in the past, my love for the Rhineford family will never waver. Nor will my devotion to Class 7, Master Reen. I shall continue to do all that I can to serve you.
Thank you. I know we can always count on you. And everyone else knows that too. I hope we'll always stay fondly in your thoughts, Sharon. After their conversation was finished, Sharon returned to preparing Baron Schwarzer's meal. And after helping however he could until his mother returned, Reen left them to finish by themselves. Alright. I wonder if there's new snowboarding we can do. Let's go find out. Yep, A3 course. Alright. Oh boy. These flags are getting hard to get. We need to get 18. We can only miss one. Alright. Couple more to go. Oh. Looks like... Oh, no, we didn't. Okay, good. I was about to say, we missed one somewhere. Oh, wow, we barely made the time, too. 1.5 seconds left. I
did it!
So what do we get for doing the A3 course? Nice work. That was an expert level course, too. Well, here's your prize. Go ahead, take it. Passion leggings. Oh, and take this too. It's a new board that's gotten real popular among youngsters. Purely cosmetic. Alright. And I'll be sure to keep the courses well maintained if you feel like boarding again. Just come on by. I certainly will. See you then. Rents freeze and we get 25 strength and stuff. We might as well give that to her then. Well, Emma's now casual closed. Ooh. Oh wow, Eustace is looking pretty fancy. Oh, we have one for Sarah? Ooh, alright. So I guess these three here are kind of like optional characters. Sarah, I guess, will probably actually join us legitimately, but... we'll see. Alright, so who do we... So we still have 4 points. So we might do Emma for sure. Maybe another Laura. Emma, Laura, Sarah. Emma, Laura, Sarah. I'm really having a hard time picking this. But you know what? We'll take a break here. Next time we'll figure it out. But definitely we'll do Emma and Laura and Sarah, and then we'll figure out what we'll do with the last point. So as always, thanks for watching. Till next time.